So perfection. We're here to talk about perfection today. Who's waiting for the perfect time? I'm waiting for the perfect time. I've been waiting for it forever. But when's it ever going to be perfect? When are we ever going to get that perfect time? I know it's never going to come. That's the huge thing about it. It's never, ever perfect. And so it's where we just got to learn. We've just got to get started. So I just want to share a quick story with you about things that I have done previously. So I remember I was working as a electronics design engineer. I was making products, and you're always trying to get things perfect. There's always something else you can always do on a product. And it's knowing, for me, that was knowing when to stop. And that was all good. I was going through, I was managing myself, I was managing what I was doing. And then things changed when I started to actually change into a team leader role where I was looking after a team of people, where people were actually doing the products for me, for the other people on the team. So we were all trying to work together, and I was trying to make sure that the products were coming out right. When you're making a product for mass production, you want to make sure they're right. You want to make sure that when they produce tens, 20s, 30s, thousands of a product, that it's correct. You don't want to have a recall. You really don't want to have that. And so how do you know that it's going to be perfect? Well, you don't. You don't ever know it's perfect. But the thing that I was keeping on doing to my staff was trying to make them work the way that I did. So like if I did it my way, then it would be perfect. So like I knew that if I did it a particular way, then that was perfect to me. But really, what I had to learn, and what I've learned from this, is that perfection is actually judgment. So when it's not perfect, it's your judgment on it. So my idea of perfect is different to someone else's idea of perfect, and is different to your idea of perfect. So what you see as perfect is not perfect for me. And so when you're looking at these things, perfection comes down to judgment. So true perfection is the absence of judgment. It's not judging it. Letting go of those judgments, letting go of the things, your expectations of everything that you expect it to be, everything that you want it to be, everything that you want to see. And so when we can let go of those judgments, that expectation of it being just right, or just the way that you see it is, or just the way that I see it is, you can actually just get on and just do the job. You can just do what you're wanting to do. So I've got a quote here, which I had written down. So it's from Napoleon Hill. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command. And better tools will be found as you go along. It's from Napoleon Hill. And all it is really saying is just get started. Don't wait for that perfect time. That perfect time's never going to come. If you continue to wait, there's always going to be something in your way. It's like you go to buy a house. Oh, this house doesn't have the lounge that I'm after, the bedroom that I'm after, the car parking, the beach access, the pool, whatever it is. It's never going to be perfect. It's where you just learn to say, well, okay, is it good enough for now? Let's go to a point where it's good enough. For me, making videos. This video's not perfect. The way I speak isn't perfect. And it's just getting started, getting things done, getting through it. So what are the things that you're putting off today? What are the things that you're waiting for the perfect time? What are you waiting for it to be? It's going to be perfect before it's completed. What are those tasks that you're putting off? What are the tasks that you're just not happy with the way it's done? How can you be happy with what the result is? How could you get started on it today? Napoleon Hill's quote, just start with whatever tools you got there. Wherever you're at right now is good enough to get started. And you'll whatever tools you may have at your command, better tools will be found as you go along the way. And it's absolutely true. As you go along that way, better tools will be found. For me, as I started my journey into personal development, I started in a small area, and it just started growing and growing. And then other things came into it which actually contributed to it, contributed to my growth, contributed to the way that I really find happiness in my life now, how things have changed me. And that's where just getting started is the most important step, just going for it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just go for it anyway. So that's my take on perfection, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. Hope you have an awesome day. See you soon.